My name is Yinka and I am an Agile coach. Now in today's video, I'm going to be responding to some questions that I received over DM. Now the first question is this: is the Scrum Master field saturated? Yes and no. So yes, in terms of yes, there are a lot of people who are trying to get into this industry. There are many people who want to be, Scrum Masters just because, the money is good, it's promising, and also people want to get into IT field. So there's quite a number of people that are coming in this direction. However, that does not stop you from getting your job, right? Almost every industry is probably saturated. If you start focusing on that industry, it's because you are focused on becoming a Scrum Master. That's why you think that this industry is saturated. Also, maybe because you're applying, you're not getting jobs. And so you think, oh, it's because a lot of people are in the industry and so there's no job for you. So yes, it could be saturated. However, it does not stop you from getting your job. People are getting jobs on a daily basis. I've never had to be, without a job in my career. And so there is job for everybody, and even for the newbies, because you might be saying that, oh yes, you've been in the industry for quite a while. Yes, I've been in the industry for quite a while. However, even for the new folks, they are getting, jobs. You just have to keep applying. You have to keep reading, keep learning, keep growing. Ensure that you have, the necessary skill sets that will help you stand out as you apply for a job, because now you know that there is quite some competition. And so I'll recommend that you put in the work and stay persistent and you will get the job. Now, the next question is, do I need professional certification in Scrum before I start applying for a role? Yes, you need to be certified. Either it's the Certified Scrum Master, which is CSM, or the PSM, or the Safe Scrum Master. You need to have some type of certification because the recruiters are looking out for certain things, and clearly certification is one of the things that they're looking for. So I'm not sure I've actually heard of anybody who got a job without being certified. Now, the people who might be Scrum Masters without having the certificate, of people who maybe their organizations were going through an agile transformation and then they got trained by a consultant firm who kind of trained everyone and got everyone certified, so they were already practicing Scrum through training and then they became certified along the way. Now, those are the situations where people have become Scrum Masters without being certified. Now, if you're coming from the outside world into a new organization and that organization is looking for a Scrum Master, you most likely would need your certification to help improve your chances of getting that job. Now, the third question is, what is the soonest you have seen someone obtain a job after passing the test and interview? Now, how do I answer this? It depends, right? There's really no rate. Some people may get their jobs as early as a month. Some people may get jobs, in 3 months, 6 months, and even months after that. I don't think that's the most important thing or the most important question, in my opinion. I think, for someone who is new to this field, who did their certification, your role should be, you know what? I'm going to keep applying. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep tweaking things to see how my resume gets picked up. I'm going to see how many interviews I'm able to get. I'm going to see what did I do right, what I didn't do right. I'm going to get those data points and learn from those and make informed decisions to improve my chances of getting a job. Now, doing all of that could take you a month. Doing all of that could take you 2 or 3 months. It just depends. So I don't think that the focus should be, how soon can I get a job? Because it's not black and white. It just kind of depends. And so you are going to have to put in the work and keep putting in the work, because there are cases where people have put in the work and yet they haven't gotten a job and it's been like a month or 2. That does not mean that you're not putting in the work. You just have to keep putting in the work until you get that job that is for you. Now, the next question is, how can I find Scrum Master internships? Now, this is quite tricky because I'm not sure many organizations, would really advertise for Scrum Master internships. Many times it will be, maybe people that are already in college and maybe they are, during that internship program that they do out of college, they get assigned to an organization, and that opening or that availability is there due to their course of maybe doing project management or all of that kind of stuff. Those are the situations where I've actually seen people, get Scrum Master internships in organizations. But if you're already a graduate, if you are already working and you're trying to change careers, I'm not sure how easy it will be for you to get a Scrum Master internship program. You see what I'm saying? So I don't have the right answer to that, but I know that your goal is to really get an opportunity to practice what you've learned. So rather than look for internships, if you're out of school and you have a bit of experience and, those chances are slim, that way, maybe one of the things you could do will be to look for the skill set you have, apply to an organization that needs that skill set, and start practicing Scrum in that organization. That way, you're able to learn, you're able to grow, and now you have the experience that you can then put as you apply to a Scrum Master position. Now, the next question is, do you recommend a sprint break, which means like take a sprint off if able to give your team a break? Many times, organizations will not give you the opportunity to do that. Also, the way Scrum works is once a sprint stops, the next sprint starts almost immediately. So if you run a 2-week sprint and you run from Tuesday to Tuesday, once that Tuesday is over where you've done your retrospective, the new sprint automatically starts. So you can't really give a break, right? Because there's really no room for that. However, what you could do is create that buffer within the sprint to allow the team to be able to take out time to do all the innovative work, right? Which is not really focused on like the key work they're doing. There are times and there are organizations that I've worked in where we would have hackathons and we would have different kind of events that helps the team members focus on other ideas that they would like to explore. And so you can incorporate that and create that buffer, whether it's a 10% buffer, a 15% buffer of the entire time that they have, and ensure that the team dedicates that time to some type of improvement and innovation. So there are other ways that you can help them accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So I think another question I probably would need to ask in response to that is, why do they want to break? Do they feel like they're under pressure? Do they feel like there's too much work to be done? If that's the situation, then there is like a whole lot that we can say about that. But just looking at it from the perspective of, a sprint ended and we want to have some time before we kind of kickstart another team, another sprint, then, you probably want to incorporate a buffer within that sprint where they're not under pressure. Remember, Scrum is all about sustainable pace. So you want to make sure that your team is at a pace that they can survive and, keep moving, keep growing, and keep delivering that product. Now, the other question and the final question for today is, are you teaching Scrum? If so, when is your next class? So I do not teach Scrum in terms of like give you a certified training. I have partners who will do that. However, what I offer is a mentorship. So after you've gotten your training, or if you haven't, I could recommend you to someone. But after you've gotten your training, I've come to realize that that training is never enough. So if you do a 2-day training, it would never be enough for you to know all that you need to know to help you get a job. So where I come in is to provide you mentorship, where we're able to deep dive even deeper into what you know, and we're able to explore other things that will not be covered in your training. Because I'm sure that for some of you who have started applying, you've come to realize that those jobs require you knowing much more than Scrum. And your trainings are so specific to Scrum that if that's all you know, then you may not be able to get yourself a job. And so with my mentorship program, we are able to explore much more than just Scrum. You're able to learn all that concepts that really helps you to become an exceptional Scrum Master. So if that's what you're interested in, then definitely reach out to me, or you can visit my website at scrummasteryplaybook.com to learn more. Thank you so much. It's been exciting answering your questions. And clearly, if you have any more questions, feel free to send me a DM and I'll spend time responding to those. Thank you so much, and you have a great day. Bye.